Yum, yum, yum. Chocolate and snake venom, a magical pairing, just like peanut butter and jelly. All right, so let's look at chocolate and snake venom. What do these things have in common, right? So I want to first talk about this thing called chocolate. I know that many of you just cringe at the idea of chocolate. And I know that many of you just do not like it at all. And I know that many of you won't even touch it with a 10-foot pole. And chocolate is one of those things that if you see on the shelf, you run, right? Well, no, of course not. I don't think that I've met anyone that doesn't like chocolate or some form of chocolate. So we need to talk about, is chocolate good or is chocolate bad? All right, so first off, what we need to say is chocolate is bad, but it's bad because of the calorie content. Okay, so if you're counting calories, then you need to take a look at chocolate and you need to look at your nutrition label and you need to look at the calorie content with the chocolate and you need to associate that into your diet if you're a calorie counter. Okay, many people believe calories in, calorie out. And as long as you are burning more calories than you are eating, then you can lose weight. So I could eat a bag of chocolate and it doesn't matter as long as I'm burning those calories off. So it would give me some stimulation to go to the gym and work out a little while if I want that chocolate bar. So if you're looking at calorie content, bad, bad, bad. However, what we have discovered with chocolate is that it is rich in antioxidants as well. So, very often you see these people to tell you to eat blueberries and raspberries and other fruits and vegetables to get your very high antioxidant levels. Well, chocolate has antioxidant levels as well. So, if you're a chocolate lover, good news for you, you are eating antioxidants, and that probably means that you're fighting your wrinkles away. So you might be packing on a few extra pounds, but those few extra pounds maybe are worth it if you don't want to see those wrinkles. So antioxidants are very high in chocolate products. Now, out of the three chocolates that you have out there, of course, you have white chocolate, and you have milk chocolate, and you have dark chocolate. Out of the three, the dark chocolate has the highest antioxidant levels than any of the other ones that are out there. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Antioxidants in chocolate overall is actually 20 times higher than a tomato. So, very often, eat a tomato, antioxidant properties. Well, eat a piece of chocolate and you get 20 times more. So, which one would I choose? Of course, I would probably choose the piece of chocolate. But again, out of the three, dark chocolate contains more than twice the level of the antioxidants that milk chocolate has. So I'm going to put a times two here. If I'm going to eat chocolate out of the three, I'm going to prefer dark over all of the others. And actually, preferably, my tongue prefers dark as well. The darker the chocolate, the better I like it. Milk chocolate just doesn't do it for me. Dark chocolate, though, will make me roll over and do tricks if you give me a piece of it. So, dark chocolate, good. Milk chocolate, it's okay. White chocolate actually has no antioxidant properties at all. So during that process of white chocolate making, they remove the antioxidants from it. So there's no antioxidant property as far as white chocolate goes. So stay away from white chocolate. And my tongue makes me stay away from white chocolate anyway because personally I think that white chocolate just tastes like a piece of wax. It has no flavor to it at all, but some people absolutely love it. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, I don't know how you do it, but we're all different, I guess. Milk chocolate, yeah, that Hershey's bar, it's okay. dark chocolate, though, whenever you can find it, that's where the magic is. So that's the story with antioxidant properties. Fruits and vegetables have antioxidants. Well, your chocolate does too. And your chocolate actually has higher levels of antioxidants than many of the fruits and vegetables that are out there. So if you do have to choose an evil out of the three, choose dark from here on out, and your lipid bilayers will shout for joy when they see extra vitamin E or extra antioxidants that get thrown into the mix to help protect them, so that way they don't get destroyed. Now, let's take a look at snake venom. What's the story with snake venom? Well, we've often talked about at this point now of these phospholipids, and we said phospholipids are made up of a three-carbon chain. Of course, this is H2, and this is H, and this is H2, and off of each one of these carbons I see a group, and that group is an oxygen at each spot, and then it's a carbonyl at each spot, and then this has a random R group, and this is a phosphorus containing group, phospholipid, right? So this time I'm going to put CH2, CH2NH3 here, and this is the structure known as ethanolamine, right? This is ethanol. What was ethanol? It looks like CH2, CH2OH, so this is ethanol, and then this NH3 is an amine, so ethanolamine. So the story with snake venom is that they have something called phospholipase. And anytime you see this ending in biochemistry especially, this is going to be an enzyme that cleaves something. Now, not every single time, but very often, anytime I see this ace at the end of the word, it tells me what it's going to cleave. And if I look at the first of the word, I see phospholipid in a way. So this is a phospholipid. It looks for phospholipids and it cleaves them. So many of the snake venoms contain this phospholipase, and it's an enzyme, and it hydrolyzes an ester group. So what it can do is that it can go in, and snake venom begins to cleave this off. And when it begins to cleave that off, what we have now on our hands is a weak lipid. So the phospholipase cleaves some of the ester groups. And when that happens, we weaken the phospholipid that we have. And when we weaken the phospholipid, what we now have is a very floppy membrane, and this causes cells to rupture. And this is why snake venom and how snake venom does its job. So it looks for these fats, it looks for these lipids, it breaks them down, and when it breaks them down, these cells begin to burst and rupture on you. And of course, that leads to some of the complications that we see with someone that has been bitten by a snake and has venom poisoning now. So this is the common marriage of phospholipids. They are everywhere. They are just not fats around our belly and our butt. These are actually found in pockets of biological activity throughout your entire body. On nerve cells, they make up the cells. They do a number of different things for us, and this is one of the things that we've got to watch out for. We also see antioxidants like coming from vitamin E, which is a lipid as well, and this kind of helps cardiovascular disease, and it helps prevent cancer, and it helps prevent cataracts. So antioxidants are also very important, and these are some of the lipids and some of the fats that we do want to include in our diet. So the story with lipids are more complicated. Hopefully you realize that now than what you did when you started this lecture video. So in the next portion, or the next video at least, we are going to talk about something called a prostaglandin. And we're going to look at the importance of a prostaglandin, what makes a prostaglandin, and why should I really pay attention to a prostaglandin. So stay tuned. If you need a break, now would be a good time to do it. Pop you some popcorn, go have you a soda, go watch a movie, and then come back and I'll see you in a couple of hours. Can't say that in the lecture room, can I?